Hi there, it's Peter the Mindful Runner, and today's video I'd like to talk about running in the heat. We have the London Marathon coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be a warm one. According to the weather forecast, you may have been training in cooler temperatures and then suddenly there's an increase in temperature, and we've got to adapt to that. So I would like to share some things on that and how I can perhaps help from advice and experience and research I've done. Also like to say thank you to all the likes and comments, all the support and encouragement I'm receiving for these videos, and all the people who've subscribed on the YouTube channel as well, the Mindful Runner. That's really really helpful, and I do really appreciate it. Okay, so first thing, a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, so take with what I say with a pinch of salt. Your knowledge of your own body and any medical advice you've had should overrule anything I suggest here. I'm just giving advice. Okay, so back to running in the heat. It was interesting actually at the Boston Marathon on Monday because it was cold there, really cold, and the wind was blowing in people's faces and the rain was, and 60% of the elite athletes did not finish the race because some of them chose not to wear a second layer or perhaps a jacket, and this really affected them, and now some of them I think are perhaps regretting that decision. So the choices we make before race day and on race day are really important. So it's really important to pay attention and see what the weather's going to be like, and listen to your body as well. That's so important. So running in the heat, well, hydration's the obvious first one, because ensuring that you're hydrated before the race, taking on water the day before. And what people always say is to check your pee, check your urine, and to check that it's running clear when you go into the toilet. If it is, that's a good sign that you're hydrated. If it's yellow or darker, it's perhaps a sign that you're dehydrated, so you may need to take on more water there. Another thing is staying cool during the race as well, so taking water on during the race from the water stations. And what some people like to do is tip water over the head or maybe on the back of the neck. That can actually cool you down as well. Another thing is, if you're not used to the heat or you're not keen on running in the heat, you might have to lower your expectations, because it's a lot hotter, and if you're not used to it, you might have to run a little bit slower. Some people like the heat, some people prefer the cold, so you have to listen to your body and adjust and respond on the day, and be kind to yourself as well, because you might have set yourself a target, and you might not be to achieve that if it's really warm, or who knows, you might also be able to. But it's important to be kind to yourself as well, because it's going to be hard work in the heat when you're doing over 26 miles. Another thing is don't wear any gear that you've not used before, or don't take any energy gels or drinks that you've not took before. That's sort of common sense in a race usually, so I just thought I'd mention that as well. You might like to wear a hat or a cap to protect your head, and also some sunglasses to protect your eyes during the race. That's also an option if it's really bright, to make it a little bit more comfortable for you. You might also need to use suntan lotion, because you're going to be out there for quite a while, and if the sun's hot, then there's a chance of being sunburnt, and we all know about skin cancer and the risks there. So one thing to bear in mind is, I remember when I was doing a training run on holiday, it was really warm. I applied some cream to my head about 20 minutes before going for a run, and when I went out, I was sweating and it was dripping down into my eyes, and I couldn't see very well, and my eyes were stinging. So just be careful how you're applying it as well. So that's a little bit of advice there. I hope it helps you. I hope you have fun when you're running. Remember to smile. Thank you once again for all the likes, for all the comments. I do really appreciate it, and all the people who've subscribed. A lot of people are sharing this out there now, and that's really good, because it gets it out there to more people. That's what I would like. So that's great. I would like to wish you well in your running. Hope you're enjoying yourself, and I hope that you have a fantastic day wherever you're running, and take care. Goodbye.